Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the subject world-class manufacturing. So let us know what is manufacturing and how it is related to your course. So let's understand that one. So first I'll share the syllabus so that you can have a brief idea about the world-class manufacturing. It is semester 4 of second year. And here as you have every subject 5 blocks. Even here also world-class manufacturing is having 5 blocks, under which the block 1 talks about world-class manufacturing, importance and models, manufacturing process, planning and tools, innovative manufacturing systems, human practices and performance measurement, globalization and world-class manufacturing. So the subject itself signifies as that and indicates that it is totally related about the manufacturing. So whenever we tell manufacturing, so what else to be studied under that? So where world-class manufacturing means how to become the most effective and the more productive manufacturing unit, that we are going to study under this subject. So first, if you look at here, we have under block 1, we have first unit, that is introduction to world-class manufacturing. And the next one is strategic decisions in manufacturing management, models of world-class manufacturing, and manufacturing excellence through value-added manufacturing. So these are the 4 units that will be covered in the block 1. And when you look at the block 2, under block 2, we have under block 2, we have again 4 units in which information management tools, in which what are the different tools that are required in manufacturing, and material requirement planning and manufacturing resource planning, just-in-time manufacturing, lean manufacturing process and its application. This talks about means in the first unit we are going to discuss about in the block 1 we will have an overall information about how it has been evolved and what are the different strategic decisions and what are the different tools that can be models that will be understood in block 1. When you come to the block 2, here we discuss about the manufacturing process and its planning tools, means how to get that and how to use it when it comes to the manufacturing process. So in that we have just-in-time, that is just-in-time manufacturing, lean manufacturing. These are the different applications that will be used. And block 3, innovative manufacturing systems. Under this again we have 3 units: technological innovations in manufacturing, modern manufacturing methods, automation and robotics. This is about block 3. And block 4 talks about HRD practices, means human resource development practices and performance measurement. Means in manufacturing units or in manufacturing organizations, how this takes place. That is how human resources have been used and what are different indicators that have been used for measuring their performance. And block 5 talks about globalization and world-class manufacturing. Under it we have ergonomics and business process reengineering and business process outsourcing, world-class manufacturing, Indian and international scenario. And the last one is trends in world-class manufacturing. So this is our syllabus. And now first we'll discuss about the world-class manufacturing, its importance and what are different models that are available. So if you look at here, world-class manufacturing, importance and models. See, to talk or to start discussion, actually is the need for understanding what is manufacturing and how these models have been evolved. What is the reason behind that? That must be known. So if you look at here, world-class manufacturing is a set of concepts, policies, and the different techniques and the principles that are being used for operating and managing the manufacturing company. So, and this concept is totally based on positive results because it has been applied by Japanese manufacturing companies, that is after World War II. And some of the practices are Kaizen, lean manufacturing, total quality management, manufacturing, just-in-time, 5S, total proactive maintenance, supply chain management, and Six Sigma. So these are the different or which are the topmost practices which have been followed in world-class manufacturing. So here the five, as we have discussed, the 5S method, that is sort, setting, so that we will understand in due course. Okay. So here, if you look at here, these are the different topics. Now we are going to understand. So introduction to world-class manufacturing. So from where this word has been evolved, why is it mandatory? Why? Because if you don't have any standards, or if you don't have any regulating authority or regulating board, the productivity or the efficiency or the performance of any organization or any employee is going to be stable, and it's going to be constant, which is not going to neither increase or not it's going to develop any organization. So nowadays, there are various enterprises which are managed without any clear rules and principles. So if the company wants to be successful and to be the first topmost, then it has to be continuously improved. Without improvement, there is no result. So in order to get the more and to increase the efficiency or effectiveness of organization or the manufacturing unit where we are producing, the production is taking place, in that case, if there is no continuous improvement, then the company is going to be out of the market or obsolete it is going to become. So one of the ways how the company can become a leader in its line of business, for example, if you are into the line of some product, for example, providing data technology or data analysis, or if you are in the line of providing internet service provider. So in that line, whichever product you are producing or the service you are providing, in that line, if you want to become a leader of that line business, you should have the right way for the right concepts and methods that will help the company to increase both efficiency and effectiveness for business activities. So in one such concept is world-class manufacturing. So to become the topmost in that level of on the line of business, whichever you are carrying on, or whichever the manufacturing unit in the product you are carrying on, in that to be the topmost one, there are certain concepts. Under that, the one concept is world-class manufacturing, which is we are going to know. In the world-class manufacturing, 5S method is highlighted for the benefits of how it is implemented and how it is going to help the manufacturing unit. So if you just look at here, my meaning of world-class manufacturing, it has been evolved considerably since the advent of industrial revolution. In current global and competitive age, it is very important for any organization for manufacturing practice, which is lean, efficient, cost effective and flexible. That is what everyone is expecting. So, but is it the same competition is existing or prevailing all over the world? No, it is not whatever we presume. Okay, because it is called fundamental. There are changes in the competitive environment wherever we are providing the manufacturing industries. So firms, so in order to become successful and to overcome the competitors who are available in the manufacturing industry, everyone or the organization or the firms who are into that manufacturing unit, they have to develop certain strategic objectives for achieving their achievements, results, and competitive advantage in the marketplace. But all manufacturing industries are unable to increase their productivity or not able to provide better overall efficiency of the production. In order to have that, they must follow the world-class manufacturing. So world-class manufacturing is nothing but it's a mindset. What you think, that will be provided. What you have in mind, that will be output. So world-class manufacturing is a mindset based on continuous improvement approach, structured and integrated production system that will encompasses all the process of the plant, security environment, from maintenance to logistics and quality. So this looks after the world-class manufacturing. So the goal is to continuously improve production performance, seeking a progressive elimination of waste in order to ensure product quality and maximum flexibility in responding to customer requests, through the involvement and motivation of the people who are working in that establishment or in that manufacturing unit. If you just look at here, you can have a glance on this model, which has been given world-class manufacturing model. As we said, it is a continuous improvement where it takes place in the mindset. That is the reason, if you can just look at here, the first mind, which is idea, which is bulb. The second one is planning, third one is strategy, and the fourth one is success. So this can be understood with the help of this image or the picture given over here, that the overall objectives of world-class manufacturing policies and procedures are to produce quality products. So the overall objectives of the world-class manufacturing policies and procedures are to produce quality products on time and lowest operational cost possible. And it is also essential for today's global market is to step ahead. That is what everyone is expecting now, not only in the employee level, even the manufacturing units, they want to be step ahead in the competition level in the case of production, strategy, or in the same line of business. And this can be achieved with the help of this different concepts. So if you can just look at here, this requires a continual focus on continuous improvements in quality, including such areas or which will lead the flexibility in your operations and customer service. So if you just look at here, we have a continual focus on continuous improvement, like in improvements in the perspective or the measures, if you take like quality and flexibility in operations and high level of customer service. In Japan, this is called Kaizen. Kaizen means it's a continuous do. Kai means do, Zen means well. Do well means do continuously, or gradual or continuous improvement should be there. Then only there is a possibility of overall performance or to become the leader of that particular organization or the unit or the industry, whichever it is leading. So if you just look at here, one more thing, that is world-class manufacturing steps. We have certain steps that has to be known or to be followed. It is developed in 7 steps for each pillar, and the steps are identified in 3 phases. If you can just look at here, reactive phase, preventive phase, and proactive phase. So reactive phase, here you can that there are 3 steps, and it is a typical correlation between 2 phases. The step 1, first phase to second phase, and second phase to third phase. And each are of different technical pillars they are. In fact, each pillar is having different relation to these phases. For example, if you can, the approach of world-class management, that is WCM, needs to start at model era, and it extends the entire company, and it attacks them. For example, if you can see reactive, once the problem has emerged, corrective measures are adopted. So whenever there is a problem, automatically the corrective measures will be taken place. That is step 1 and step 2. So, okay, once we had got some problem, so next time what we will do, we will try to avoid it or prevent those problems, or see to it that the problems are not been arised. So if you just look at here, preventive, according to experience acquired, appropriate corrective actions are adopted to avoid repetition of an already known problem. So whenever you are doing some manufacturing, so similarly, if you can just take the best example, if a product is produced, for example, a product is produced and it has been for default or defective product. In that case, we will try to eradicate or remove that defective product. Next time what we will do, we will see to it that the defect should not arise. If it is arising, what are the reasons and how it can be prevented and how it can be stopped. That can be step 2, and that is phase 2. And the phase 3, that is proactive. According to analysis of risk, appropriate actions are adopted to constantly improve standards and avoid occurrence of new problems. And these are the 3 steps: reactive, preventive, and proactive. Next, we have evolution of world-class manufacturing. So when you look at, this is how, where we discuss about the world-class man, how it has been evolved. So the evolution of WCM, that is world-class manufacturing. The term was first published by Professor Richard Schonberger in 1986, and he says that world-class manufacturing, it captures the breadth and the essence of fundamental changes that will be taking place in industrial enterprises. So whenever it is seen that, according to him, Richard, he says that WCM talks about the breadth and essence, means the nook and corner of that industrial enterprise, and how the changes that have been taking place is done by the world-class manufacturing. In recent years, the world has become much smaller than its previous generations. So this is about different opinion. This is given by Richard, and in 1970s, actually this had been evolved because of the Japan. Why? Because they were the most efficient manufacturing power, after followed by Germany, France, Korea, and Taiwan. And until 1970s, markets were stable and relatively demanding. So here the first principles of WCM, it is there. So it actually, we think it is not a product, it's a mindset what consistently does the exceptional and expectations, beating performance. So these are the principles that are behind world-class manufacturing. They are customer satisfaction, customer expectations drive the process, streamlined process, continuous improvement by reductions and elimination of losses, efficiency and productivity improvements, zero accidents, zero breakdowns, zero defects, zero waste, means this all will be looked after. It just not means world-class manufacturing means something else, but it covers all these things. There is no defect, no wastage, no breakdowns, and visible fault management, employee satisfaction, enabling and motivating the environment. These are the different principles of world-class manufacturing. So now let us look at the practices. So how do we practice? We are discussing from half an hour onwards that world-class manufacturing is that and this. So do we practice it? Is it implementable, or is it possible? And is it still taking place and even in any manufacturing units? Yes, it is taking place. How it can be? That under that, the first one is Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word. Kai means do, Zen means well. So Kaizen means a continuous improvement. It means gradual or continuous progress, increase of value or intensification or improvement. That is Kaizen. So this is commonly used practice. So always we try to increase the value or to continuously progress ourselves. So that is Kaizen. Next one is lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing also actually covers in the one more block, but still it has been brief introduction been given. Lean manufacturing approach is meant to transform non-value added activity. Means any activity which do not have value will be turned into valued activity or value added activity. The main purpose of implementing the lean manufacturing is to condense the waste so as to become more appropriate to the customer demand. So whenever this activity will make that, whichever there is a waste is there, that will be cut down and that will be tried into converted into the used one or more productive purpose it will be used. Next one is total quality management. So total quality management is a quality improvement approach which is increasingly implemented by manufacturing and service organizations. And it is to improve the performance in terms of quality, productivity, customer satisfaction, and profitability. The main element of total quality management is total quality and means total means overall organization. Quality will be checked and it also managed. So hence it refers to the involvement of all employees who are working in the organization, and it refers to the fitness for the purpose. So total quality management will check out fitness for the purpose, and management refers to the managing the system. Now, next one is JIT, that is just in time. This is a concept developed by Taichi Ono in 1982, and it's a method of continuous manufacturing improvement which is based on eliminating the all waste in manufacturing process so as to achieve the competitive advantage. So what is the, in order to have that advantage, this system is used. Next, we have 5S, and it is systematic philosophy for ensuring the optimum workplace productivity. That is quality. 5S means sort. Actually, it is from taken from the Japan. So Seiri, Seitan, Shiso, Shiketsu, and Shitsui, which means sort, set, shine, standardize, and sustain. See, sort, set, shine, standardize is okay, but sustaining is the more challenging thing when it comes to the not only manufacturing, even for any enterprise or any entrepreneur, whoever is into the manufacturing unit, sustainability is the most important key for that. So according to this concept, this 5S will ensure the organization, productivity, and quality. And these are the 5S which will explain us. Next, total productive maintenance. So total productive maintenance is an important world-class manufacturing program introduced during the revolution. And it talks about streamlining the manufacturing and other business functions, and continuous profits are available or not. See to that. Next one is supply chain management. It practices the management for integration and coordination of supply, demand, and its relationship, and how they're fulfilling the customer requirements. And it also consists of various methods which will integrate the suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, means it will attach or which will try to aggregate both suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and customers more effectively in order to refine the long-term performance of the organization. And the most important one is Six Sigma. Six Sigma. It is more beneficial approach for any productive organization or organizational productivity, and it's an approach to improve manufacturing processes. Moreover, it is also considered as formal and disciplined approach for defining the measuring, analyzing, improving, and controlling processes. Six Sigma, it derives the variability and reduce waste. So that is a reason how actually Six Sigma has been used and how it will be valued or how it will be quantified. That has been given here. That is bird's eye view of Six Sigma. It refers to the quality improvement, and it has been first started by Motorola in the US, that is United States, in 1987. Actually, Six Sigma, according to it, is a standard derivation or standard deviation, abbreviated from standard deviation, which means mathematically translates to about 2 defects per billion. If you are producing billion products, in that it should be 2 defects. Means strictly talking, it is about a process to be achieved Six Sigma if it is producing not more than 2 defects per billion parts produced. For example, if the production unit of your organization or if your manufacturing organization is 2 billion, then in the 2 billion, it should not be more than 2 defects per billion. If it is less, then how it will be treated? Mostly, it is very, very rare case to find Six Sigma in any organization. For billion products, if you are producing, 2 should be the defective, not more than 2 defective. And probably no company is so perfect or enough to produce or to achieve that type of quality level. And consequently, the Six Sigma in the industry has taken the equivalent defective rates, means approximately to the rate of 3.4 ppm or correspondingly to 4 to 5 sigmas. It's not 6 sigma. It will come to 4.5. So a person 6 sigma is referring means a quality which is equivalent to 3.4, means if you are having 3.4 defects per million is also considered quality level equal, or it is considered as equal to that one. And it has always continuous or discipline, structure, process of improving should be there, and finished products has to be provided on time without any defect. That is 6 sigma. Next we have is lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing or lean production refers to a business concept wherein the goal is to minimize the amount of time and resources used in the manufacturing process and other enterprises of an or other activities of any enterprise. So they try to minimize the whatever the time they are keeping and the resources that are being used for any manufacturing unit. The lean manufacturing concept says that, and its main motive of this concept is to minimize the amount of time and resources that have been used or applied for this type of activities. And it also emphasizes on elimination of all forms of wastage. And mostly it is basically the fusion of various management philosophies that are being designed to effectively or efficiently work. And business policies invoked by lean manufacturing include just-in-time manufacturing, Kaizen, total quality management, total productive maintenance, cellular manufacturing, and the like. So the roots of lean manufacturing can be traced to Japan or more specifically Toyota. So, and lean manufacturing has 3 principles. That is, waste has to be reduced or waste has to be cut down, and manufacturing process must be closely tied to the market requirements, and company should be seen a continuous and uniform whole that includes its customers and suppliers, a concept known as the value stream. And it also, the basic elements of lean manufacturing are JIT, that is just in time, which will have look after the high efficiency manufacturing through the principles of continuous product flow, continuous improvement, and Kaizen, or the Japanese concept of continuous improvement. Because of these only, lean manufacturing concept has more influence. And lean manufacturing promotes teamwork among multitask, multi-skilled, multifunctional, and it helps for the continuous achievement of continuous improvement, and tries to bring or to become zero non-moving inventory, zero downtime, zero paper, zero defects, and zero delays, and all that are throughout the organizations. Benefits of lean manufacturing: waste reduction and therefore production cost reduction, shorter manufacturing cycle times, lower manpower requirements, minimal inventories, higher equipment utilization and manufacturing capacity, improved cash flow, higher productivity, quality and reliability, and better customer service. This is all about lean manufacturing. Next, we have total quality management, TQM. So total quality management is a structure system which is used for managing the quality of products, process, and also the organization resources, whatever the resources available in the organization, and to satisfy both internally and external customers as well as suppliers. Its main objective is to sustain sustainability, that is sustain the customer satisfaction, and we can sustain the customer satisfaction, or we can keep up the, or we can improve the customer satisfaction only when we have continuous improvement in our product. And there are no hard line procedure for implementing TQM. Depends on the organization and depends on the manufacturing organization, this can be changed or can be applied, or based on their organization requirement, they can frame it. However, quality management always be structurally and internally standardized should be. That is, everyone within an organization must practice total quality management in the structured manner set forth by the management. So most companies have been adopting TQM program that is patterned after an already established TQM model. Means we have a TQM model that has been taken by and they are using. That is Deming application price, Malcolm Baldrick criteria for performance excellence, the ISO series for the standards, etc. These are the different models that have been used. And it goes to the teachings of Drucker, Duren, Deming, Ishikawa, etc., which have been developed and studied the different OD, organizational management, organizational development models. And steps in total quality management, we have the different 4 steps. That is, the company will review and it needs the customers if these are being delivered by the company, and company plans the activities needed to meet these customer needs. Company establishes and stabilizes the process required to deliver the products and services needed by the customer, and company implements systems to further improve its process, products and services. Principles of TQM. Quality can and must be changed. Everyone as a customer to delight. So this is the principle. Quality has to be managed. Without quality, there is no product that will be sustained in the market. And every customer has to be delight, and processes, not the people. People should not be changed. Product should be changed. That is the problem. Every employee is responsible for quality. It is not like only the workers or the labor or the resource who are working in the production are only responsible. No, total organization and the employee is responsible for the quality of product. Problems must be prevented, not just fixed. If there is a problem, no, don't try to fix it immediately. Fix it, but try to see that you come up with some solution which can prevent that problem even in the future also. That is the foremost important thing. Quality must be measured so it can be controlled. So quality has to be measured and it should be under control. Quality improvements must be always continuous. If there is no continuous improvement in the quality, then there is no sustainability and there is no, it can be in the market. Next one is total productive maintenance, that is TPM. It refers to management system for optimizing the productivity of manufacturing equipment through systematic equipment. Means with the help of systematic equipment maintenance, how you are able to involve the employees at all levels for getting the total productive maintenance. And everyone is involved in keeping the equipment in good working order to minimize production losses from equipment repair. Means, for example, if you are working on a stitching machine, and if my organization is related to some textiles industry, in that case, it's not only it is a responsibility of every employee who is using that machine for stitching the cloths. It does not mean that if you are working only one shift, as other shift, the other employee is coming, you are keeping everything dirty and ugly. And if you are not maintaining that machine, because the machine requires oil to be changed or grease to be changed, some repairs are required. So that has to be maintained. If it is not maintained and if it is not set up, then it is not going to work out in the organization. So total productive maintenance has 8 key strategies. That is focused improvements. It's always do well or continuous improvement. Autonomous maintenance, it should be individually also they have to maintain. Planned maintenance, so every 3 months or 1 month it has to, means some planning has to be done. It cannot be just kept like that. The machines are working, means let it be like that. No, the machines has to be given a break for 1 day or some day where there can be break, or where the repair can be done, or where the maintenance can be looked after. And it has to be looked after by having some proper technical trainer should be available. And it should not be like that. If till the machine has or the equipment has been broke down, it should not be waited. Before that, early equipment management has to be done. Quality maintenance has to be checked. Administrative and support functions management has to be done. Safety and environmental management also has to be looked after. These are the 8 key strategies where total predictive maintenance is possible. And by following these strategies, we can eliminate these 6 big losses. If you are following these 8 key strategies, we can eliminate these 6 big losses. They are breakdowns, which can result in long, expensive repairs, setups, and conversions and changeovers. So if you are following, or if you are having some pre-planned or early equipment management or technical training, or see, if I do not know anything on how to stitch a cloth, and if I'm sitting on that machine and started stitching, I do not know what to do. I will break down that machine, or I will do something else which should not be done with that machine. I do not know where to keep the thread and that stitching tailor machine. Yes. So in that way, I have to be given proper technical training should be given. If it is not given, it will result in breakdowns, which can result in long and expensive. So sometimes what happens, there are certain very sensitive parts in that machine which has to be taken care. If anything happens to that that parts, the total machine goes into breakdown, and which cannot be reused or which cannot function. So not to have that problems, it's better to have technical training to the employees and not wait till the breakdowns takes place. If anything breakdown take place, it's going to be long, which can result in very great loss, or much repairs may take place, and which is too expensive. And setups, conversions, and changeovers. Minor stoppages, reduced equipment speed, defects, and rework startup losses. So these can be eliminated. If you follow these 8 key strategies in total predictive maintenance, these 6 big losses can be eliminated. TPM requires the mastery of 4 equipment maintenance techniques. So these are the 4 techniques: preventive maintenance to prevent breakdowns, corrective maintenance to modify or improvement equipment for increased reliability and easier maintenance, prevention to design and install equipment that are maintenance free, and breakdown to repair equipment quickly after their breakdown. So these techniques has to be followed to before breakdown, or not to have breakdown, what can be done, which type of maintenance has to be done. If you are having a two-wheeler, if you are having a bike, you should not wait till the brakes are not working. At least they will tell, the mechanic will tell us, please come after these many kilometers, or please come after these many days. So before that only we have to go for the servicing. Otherwise what happens? The bike will go without brakes, accidents may take place. So that should not be done. In order to not to have that one, it's better to go in time. So that is what it's telling. So this is about TPM, and these are the different concepts. The next one is 5S method. As we discussed in the first unit, it's going to discuss about 5S method. 5S is a cyclical method. If you can just look at here. Set in order, that is keep needed items in the correct place to allow easy and fast retrieval. Whatever the products we are producing, or whatever the manufacturing, because for manufacturing, first we need to have sort, separate needed items from unneeded and eliminate the later. It means whenever we are going to have this 5S, first we have to sort, whichever is not needed, that has to be removed. Then after removing, whatever leftover are there, that has to be placed and allow easy and fast, arrange in such a way that they can be retrieved easily. Next, keep the workspace swept and clean. Shine means, that's what means in organization, the cleanliness has to be maintained. Standardize, creates a consistent approach with tasks and procedures are done. And sustain, discipline, habit to maintain established process. So this is the 5S method. You can just look at here. The first is focus on eliminating unnecessary items from the workplace that are not needed. So if we just look at here, sort eliminates unnecessary items from the workplace that are not needed for current production operations. So that's what, and whichever we have identified which are not needed, that we call as red tagging, means that are not useful to us. And see to it that whether the which are not needed, can it be recycled or reused, or can be done, or it can be sold, or it can be broken, or it can be sold as a scrap, or it can be used as tools, or it can be become excessive raw materials. That has to be all done at the sort state. And set in order, it will create a focus, or it creates efficient and effective storage methods to arrange the items that are easy to use and label. And next one is shine. Once the clutter that has been clogging the work area is eliminated, let it make it very cleanly, and it has to be followed daily. Next, what are the benefits for adopting WCM practices? What happens if you follow these methods? Once you follow these methods, the organization is going to success, and it have more efficient and effective work in the organization, which in turn helps them to achieve the whatever the expectations or the output or the production they are expecting, and more money from revenues that are available faster. And suppliers within 15 days or 30 days, if the average rest is industry 60 days or 90 days, supplier would not like to lose such a customer. Why? Because they're getting more and more production, and they're able to convert into cash, and whatever remains that are left over into faster records cash flow from operations. And emergence of information age, this is all about how this has been evolved economic area, that is assembly line production, information age, industrial age, and information age business. Assembly means earlier assembly line production. Now it is customization of products. Stable markets and suppliers. Now fluid markets and suppliers. It is domestic competition, but here it is international competition. So this is how the industrial age is only restricted to our only domestic country or within India, or it is also called as traditional or conventional type. Now it is 21st century market, and it is international business competition. Next, we have organization, inside out, bottom up, that is complex business processes, inter-organizational communication. When it goes to the information age business, it is outside, that is top down, reusable. They see to it that reusable and simple process has to be taken place. Inter-organizational communication has to be done. And when it comes to technical, mechanical technology is used, means mostly mechanical it is used, manually. Proprietary standards will be maintained, and predictable innovation. We know what actually they are going to innovate or invent it. But whereas information age business, electronic technology, it's now actually, it's not electronic technology. I can say it's AI, artificial intelligence, which is going to be rule the whole world. And open and interportable standards. There is no hardened rule, and rapid unpredictable innovation, because now we are in such an era that the entrepreneurship, innovation, startups are booming in such a way that it is changing in every day. New innovation is coming up. So we are into the information age business, where we have rapid unpredictable innovation. Next, socio-cultural under industrial area age business. Authoritarian means only boss used to rule that total organization, and the workers used to treat as a labor or machine, and hierarchical was there. And business task focus, individual responsibility, whereas information age business, horizontal, team consensus, business. Earlier it was only authoritarian, but now it is equal level, and team has to approve for any decision to be taken. And business process focus, and it is team responsibility, it's not individual responsibility. And how to compete in information age, and business challenges in information age. We have managing uncertainty, understanding customers, and understanding globalization of business. And operating environment in information means, now what actually to be done information age business, what are the operating environment that are available to the manufacturing unit, that is business process orientation. And it should be like the specialization should be provided for several benefits, but over time it lead to enormous inefficiencies. If you are into specialized in only one thing or into several specialization, what happens? You will be not able to that is nothing but jack of all but master of none. Means you have the knowledge of everything, but you are not specialized in one thing. Then it will become enormous inefficiencies, handoffs between departments, slower response processes. So this may takes place. Next, links to customers and suppliers. So this has to be done: customer segmentation, global scale, managing innovation, knowledge workers, and globalization and international business. How globalization has impacted the manufacturing organizations, and how the factors like biological factors which will act for total or nation. It's not only for the world, total nation, not only to some particular industry or some particular inline business, but it is related to total nation. It will take place, and also the ideas which have been sharing that will have an impact in the world. And there are several factors that will have an impact in the because of globalization and its effects. We can see the China, and after 2000 year to 2007 there was a increased trade has been increased 7 times, if you can just look at that. And the movement of raw materials was becoming the finished products at great number, more than 100 times it was, there was an improvement in the production. Next, strategies issues need to be addressed, that is cost quality improvement through coordinating manufacturing, cost quality improvement through concurrent engineering, the order cycle, after sales customer support, the design cycle, globally coordinated flexible manufacturing, globally coordinated R&D. So, and how this globally competitiveness and manufacturing has excellence, and how MNCs, that is multinational corporations, and how their manufacturing process is taking place. Is it adding value to the raw material or resources to the heart of the economy? Because of this, is it there any improvement in any organizations or in any country? So mostly we will take these practices have been taken place in Japan companies, and World Bank on global economy and developing countries next 10 years is going to have 5% increase compared to 2.7% of industrial developed or industrially developed countries. World-class manufacturing and information age competition. So you can just look at here how changing business goals in changing environment. Means how the goals are being changed in the total business environment. If you just look at here in 1960s, there was only slight growth, and now next 80s to 70s to 80s, it was turnover. They were looking after own, because earlier it was only they want to settle down or to set in the market. Later, they want to increase the turnover. Then comes the productivity in 1990s, and 2000 is going to market diversification flexibility. Means one, they got the most of their products have been realized and reused by the customers. They think of to go for diversity or diversification of products takes place in the market, not only in the market, but also in the organizations. Next, flexible manufacturing for meeting business objectives. So these are business objectives, and this is flexibility. Business objective will be product innovation, and flexibility will be product technology. And product diversification and product mix. Customer requirement is through design. The flexibility is okay, customer wants, so we are going to have a design flexibility. Market share means how much, what is the volume you are going to sell or purchase. Next, meeting delivery dates. There we go to routing and sequencing. So here delivery dates means when you are going to, that all is done with the help of statistical tools. So this is about unit 1, and the next one we have unit 2, strategic decisions in manufacturing management, that we will continue tomorrow. You can all leave the class.